Nancy, and we're restocked with glue. We are good to go. So I'm gonna finish putting the cover on. I do have the signatures ready to sew. I haven't done the sewing yet. I wanted to show you this little picture here. So this, I have had two of them actually. Let me see if I can bring it up close enough. You see the little cherubs there? So this is the picture that was in it. I had two of them. The other picture was the same guy, but without the hat. I don't know what happened to that. Anyway, I just popped it out and replaced it with this picture of these two girls. Okay, moving along. I'm just going to run a bead of glue along this edge. Okay. Down. Just gonna grab a couple of little clips. Button there, that's why I wouldn't go. Okay. Whoops. Now this side. Well, I just heard the cat jump. Sounded like a ton of bricks hitting the ground. Poor kitty. That one's not very tight. Okay. There we go. Now flip this up. Press that firm. Okay, I'm just gonna let that set up. I might decide to stitch around it. I don't know. Okay. Next, where's my parts? Okay, I got this part. Where's the other part? Oh, wow. Y'all saw me make that template, right? Okay, I gotta look for it. I don't see it. Okay, I'll come back and then I'll show you part of the stitching to the template technique. I don't think I'll show you the whole thing because it's boring as all get out. So hang on. All right, I found it. It was right under my nose. So the first thing I have to do is poke a hole. I have to poke a hole and realize I've made 9 signatures for 7. Aw, man! I had it in my brain. So I have to rethink my signatures now because I got 9 of them, but I've only got space for 7. And honestly, I think that's going to be okay because I have not put any tags or journaling cards. And this is like, it's already 2 inches. So I can remove some pages and that will be delightful. I can just pick my favorites. Has this ever happened to you? Aw, Nance, you poor thing. Oh. And this is the template I'll use to poke the holes in the signatures. or through the signatures, I guess. But now I must pause so I can reconfigure all of these. I shall return. Okay, I've got it reduced to 7 signatures again. I'll put the cover aside, and I like to start at the back. So I'm going to start with number 7. And I've got these all pinned where the shorter pages are where I want them and everything. So I'm just going to put it in this book cradle. Then here's the template, and I make sure it's perfectly in there. And then using a pin, like a corsage pin, to poke the holes. Now I could do them bang, bang, bang all at one fell swoop, but I don't know. I just feel like if I did that, things would get shuffled and I'd mess it up. Okay. So I've got this. This is my new favorite thread. It's leather sewing waxed thread, and because I'm starting with the last signature, it's going to go in the top row of holes. So I've just put a big knot in the end, and I'm going to shove it through the first hole, and then up, down, you got to be careful you don't catch the thread on anything. Like if you have, well, I've got paper clips holding this, and sometimes I'll get my thread caught on a paper clip. And then I'll have like all this excess thread, and I'll have to yank on it and get it tight into the binding. And if you've already done a couple of signatures and you find that you've got a great big chunk of leftover thread, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So this is a 6-hole stitch. All right. Now, see, look at that. I got it caught on the paper clip. So just make sure it's fine both front and back. Now I'm going to pull this tight, and this thread will stretch. And I'm going to tie a knot here. I'm just holding that knot in place so it's not loose. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're going to do the next signature. So I'll put that aside. This book cradle was a gift from my crafty crush, Catherine. The artist formerly known as Sunnyside Journals, but now known as Catherine Brown Artist. Okay, just making sure I've got it right. Okay. So I'm going to go up into the first hole. Again, this is a part that I prefer to take my time. So this hasn't gone through all the layers. There we go. Got it that time. Let's see if this one will go through. Again, I missed that. I think it's having this extra flip up that's kind of putting things off a bit. Okay. I'm just going to pull this tight. All good on that side. And see, when you pull this leather thread, it hardly slips back at all. Like, it's pretty taut. I should say, the thread isn't leather. It's meant for sewing leather. It's like yesterday, a client emailed me and said that I got a notice of a hearing by phone. And I emailed him back. I said, you wouldn't get a notice by phone. You'd get it in the mail. He said, no, it's a phone hearing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure those kinds of mistakes give him all kinds of faith in me. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll do this last one and then I'll finish the rest off camera, come back, show you how we glue it in, okay? We'll just do one more. So you see I brought it up the bottom hole in the next row. That seemed too easy. Gosh, again, easy. Very physical job. Very physical. Okay. So I'm going to do the next 4 signatures exactly the same way, making sure they're all facing this right direction. They're all meeting across the top. The bottom is going to hang out a little longer because I put lace on the bottom of 3 pieces. So, yep. All right. I will pause and we'll come back when this is ready to be glued in. Okay, she's all stitched in. Now, I've got a piece of paper. It's not card, it's just a piece of paper. And I'm going to put glue all over this. Get my brush. And I'm just going to cover my stitches. I don't know why. This is the way I learned. Oh. Getting some glue here. I'm going to pull this over and then just angled a bit. So it's not like 90 degrees, it's 85. And that way it won't poke up over top of the inside cover. All right. Anybody see the lid? There it is. I'm just going to take the numbers off and take the paper clips off. be careful with the lace. I don't want to get it caught. Okay. So now I want another piece of paper. Oh, what's this? And I'm gonna fold it so that it fits on that spine. So that spine is just a smidge over 1 7/8, I believe. Maybe not. I've done plenty of things wrong today. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is glue that sort of in the center. Honestly, I could have done this step using a bigger piece of paper, but I forgot what I was doing. I had the dumbs for a minute. I was focused on protecting the stitches and not on getting this glued in to, getting the text block glued into the spine, or the cover. Okay. I'm just making sure I got a little bend here, because it's right in this ditch that I'm going to put some glue. Now, before I do that, I almost never put lace in my spines, but we certainly can. What have I got here I can use? Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Okay. Making sure I've got this right side up. And place this in the spine and sort of center it. I don't like how high that is. I'm going to bring it down a bit. So I'm making sure that the pages are centered in the spine. And then, as I said, I'm going to put some glue right here in this little ditch, I guess. Close it. Turn the book around. Some more glue in this ditch. And close the book. Okay, now I'm just going to stick my bone folder in there to make sure that the spine is as far back into that curve as possible. Okay. And I'm just going to prop this up and let it dry for a bit. I reckon the glue's as dry as it's going to get. Okay. So now I'm going to put glue all over the back of the paper. And then press it down onto the cover. And now I'll put a little glue on where the fabric is doubled. And just spread that down. Okay. So now I went a little too far with the glue. So I'm just going to put this ruler here so it doesn't stick to my other page. And repeat the process. Okay. Now, the next step would be to glue down the end papers. So I would get out my glue and go crazy. But I'm not going to do that right now because I think I want to sew in some pockets. So, yeah. So we'll come back to that, and you'll see what it looks like with the final flip through. Okay? All right. Thanks so much for joining me for this part of the creation of this junk journal. I hope you think it's really interesting and creative, and maybe you're even learning a thing or two. I don't know. All right. You take care. We'll talk to you again soon.